What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be jumping into No Ban List Historic. And what fun would it be to play this format if we didn't start out with a Channel deck? Channel being an absolute insane powerhouse here, giving us access to tons of mana as early as turn 2. So we're playing a deck very similar to the OG Channel Fireball deck. Our goal here, play Channel, and then play a spell like Banefire, dealing up to 19 damage as early as turn 2. Now, how are we going to get that last 1 point of damage to kill our opponent? Well, we have Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic. These both help to ramp us to deal some extra damage on that turn, so we can actually go ahead and get our 20 damage out. But they can also swing in and attack for that 1 damage if we need them to. We do have Lightning Bolt as well, which can shock our opponent's face, make sure we get them down just a little bit lower, and we can also just wait another turn and recast another one of our large pay X, deal X damage spells. Just a little bit of mana fixing here. We do have Once Upon a Time. If this is in our opening hand, we can take a look at the top 5 cards of our library for free and either grab a creature or land. And we do have Ulamog as well, because what would a Channel deck be if you didn't have some stupid Eldrazi to go ahead and throw into play on turn 2? Just to protect us from counterspells and from a lot of discard effects that are running rampant in the no ban list format, we are running 4 copies of Veil of Summer as well, making sure that we can actually resolve that channel. Now, if you guys have been enjoying my content, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on my latest videos. And if you do like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Let's go ahead and see how this deck does. Alright, opponent going first. We can keep this. We don't have the red land we're going to need for our go face with Devil's Play, but we will get an early Ulamog out, which I do really like. Let's go Elvish Mystic. We'll mirror our opponent's turn 1. Now, even if they do go the Eldrazi route, we're actually going to be in a pretty good position. Interesting Stone Rain. Let's go Channel. Ulamog. 2 can play at the destroying their opponent's lands game. And we'll end the turn here. Things are looking pretty good for us. We do have access to our red mana now. Gonna swing out. See if our opponent decides to block. They do not. Down at 7. Let's end the turn here. Okay, Lightning Bolt to the face. That's fine. Maybe we're gonna see another Stone Rain. Might hit the red land. So let's go ahead, play another land on red. And we'll swing out. Opponent's going to exile a bunch more cards, down to 10 cards in their library. And let's pass the turn one more time. Okay, yep, 3 damage to face. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and move to combat. Attack. Opponent's gonna die on their upkeep with no cards. And we've got it. Alright, we've got our opponent going first. We have a bunch of our pay X spells, but no Channel here, so let's go ahead and take a mulligan. We're more than willing to mulligan aggressively to try and combo off fast. So let's see what we have here. Lightning Bolt. That's not quite what we're looking for. Let's go one more time. Channel, Once Upon a Time. Lightning Bolt, Burn from Within. Alright, looks good. So let's go get rid of a forest. Actually, we do want our 2 forests for Channel. Let's get rid of Once Upon a Time. Let's go for this and that. We'll be looking for one more green land so we can cast Channel, but I do definitely want to have access to red for Burn from Within. Alright. Opponent's gonna potentially cast Thoughtseize, and that will absolutely ruin our day. Okay, maybe we're looking at like a Tendrils deck or something like that. We have Veil of Summer now. And if we can find a green source, we're actually going to be in a great spot. Okay, Stitcher Supplier. Underworld Breach, Dark Ritual. Okay, so our opponent's going to try and storm off here. We do have Veil of Summer, which is going to be great for us. Let's just use Veil of Summer now. This should make it impossible for our opponent to beat us here. And then all we have to do is draw into our green land. We have a lightning bolt we can use to hit our opponent's face as well. Yep. Looking good. Again, I'm not entirely sure how they would possibly plan on beating us here. Tendrils is targeted, so no matter what they get their storm count to, they will not be able to hit us. Okay. Sure. Yep, gonna keep on finding what they're trying to get. Let's go ahead, bolt our opponent's face. We do not find the green land, unfortunately, so we'll pass here. Now this time our opponent may be able to kill us. Lots of Faithless Lootings in the graveyard. Underworld Breach, sure. Shock, yep. Dark Ritual. Yep. Ornithopter, sure. Five cards in the graveyard. I think I have to go Stitcher Supplier here. Yep, see what they hit. Okay, they find another Stitcher Supplier, so that's really good for them. Yep. And we've got it. All right. Alright, on the play, this looks good. We'll go ahead and keep. We have the channel. We don't have our big pay X spell, but we have a bunch of mana dorks, so we're gonna create a small army of elves. Alright. Well, I think we just channel Ulamog here. Exile that. And we'll exile our own land, because we do have to exile 2 permanents. The symmetric effect. Now, our opponent with no mana should be in a pretty bad spot here. Okay. First and foremost, let's see what our opponent was playing. We've got it. Alright, let's see. We've got Once Upon a Time, but no channel. Take the mulligan. Channel, Veil. This looks good to me. Let's go ahead and keep this opening hand. This is much better for us. Let's go ahead, bottom that. Now we do have 2 major choices here. And that's whether we want to start greedy with the Elvish Mystic, or whether we want to hold up Veil of Summer to protect against the potential Thoughtseize. I'm thinking we're just going to play aggressively here, so we're going to start with the Elvish Mystic. Yep, our opponent mulliganed very aggressively, which tells me that they're playing some sort of combo. It's less likely to be a Rakdos value deck. Okay, they go with the tapped Blood Crypt, which is absolutely insane to me. Now, we are faced with an interesting issue here. I'm going to go ahead and play that land, and we're going to attack with the Elvish Mystic. We're going to hold up Veil of Summer to protect our Channel and Devil's play from a Thoughtseize. Okay, well, I think we're going to have it. Moving on to my turn. Let's go ahead and play this on green. Channel. And 19. We've got it. Okay, so now that we've seen how Channel Fireball works, you know, one of the big things about that deck is a lot of the times we actually get there just by channeling those couple copies of Ulamog. So I figured I'd go out and also show you what it looks like when we're playing a channel deck built around the Eldrazi. So here we have Kozilek, we've got Ulamog, we've got Emrakul, and the entire purpose of this deck, exactly the same: channel, play our big Eldrazi threats. We've got 2 copies of Once Upon a Time that can find either our Eldrazi or one of our lands. We've got early Duress and Inquisition to take a look at what our opponent has. We have Veil of Summer to protect our own hand. And by adding black here instead of red, we have Assemble the Team, which can give us a channel if we don't have one. And we also have Demonic Tutor, which can go ahead and get that for us. So let's go ahead and see how this does. Alright, we've got our opponent going first. We've got a Duress turn 1, channel Kozilek, channel Ulamog, looking pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. Think worst case scenario for us, we're up against some Rakdos deck that's going to Thoughtseize us turn 1. That is not that terrible here. Let's go ahead and use our Duress. Murder, sure. Interesting. So our opponent's probably going to just mill here. Alright, and we are going to channel, cast Ulamog, destroy both of our opponent's lands, and Kozilek would kill us here, so we're gonna not go ahead and do that. Sure, opponent gains a life, that's fine. Go ahead, play a land. Duress, let's see what they've got. Take the 1 card we can. Attack. Mill our opponent for a bunch. Yep, and we deal that damage. End the turn here. We have Once Upon a Time or Veil of Summer, which we can use on our opponent's turn. Sure, opponent's just going to deal some damage to us, that's fine. Let's use Once Upon a Time. We're just going to grab a Forest. Instead, we're going to play out a tapped Overgrown Tomb. Looks good. End the turn here. Opponent does find their land. Yep. Looks good. We are going to have it next turn by exiling our opponent's entire library. We can cast Veil of Summer to cycle it for a different card. I mean, might as well do that now. Alright. Combat we go. There goes their deck. And we've got it. Alright, Channel, Emrakul, Kozilek, assemble the team, and starting with an Inquisition on the play. That looks great to me. We'll go ahead and start with the Marsh. Inquisition. Let's say hi-bye. Hi back. Alright, Crucius, Pyro. I think we just get rid of their cheapest card. Okay. Tomb. Channel. Emrakul. Next, enter. And we've got it. Alright. Okay, so we've got our opponent going first here. This actually isn't bad. Demonic Tutor can get us channel. We start with an Inquisition. Let's go ahead and keep. Double Demonics ensure that we will be able to get our channel. Go Inquisition, see what our opponent's got. Okay, Markov Baron's gone. So our opponent's playing a combo deck. Yep, they can't cast it for its madness value, so that's going to stay in the graveyard. Next turn, we're going to Demonic Tutor. Now, I know no ban list historic is a little different, so I am curious what you guys think about some of those temporary formats. Would you guys be interested in seeing stuff like Midweek Magic, perhaps? Other stuff like that? Make sure you let me know down below if you want me to go ahead and do that. I definitely play Midweek Magic each week, so it's definitely not going to be any sort of an extra problem. Let's start with an Inquisition, just see what our opponent's last card is. Good. We've seen their whole hand. Let's go Channel. Let's go Ulamog. Gonna go ahead and hit those two. This should secure the game for us, and we've got it. Alright, this time we're on the play. Start with a Duress. We have Inquisition as well. We can assemble the team. This looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep. I think we're just going to bite the bullet and shock the Overgrown Tomb. We're going to go Inquisition before Duress, just because it hits potentially more spells. And we've got them! Alright. Alright, on the play. This looks really, really tempting, so I'm gonna keep it. Once Upon a Time just needs to find us a green land, and I believe that it can. That is a green land. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and play this on its green side. We'll hold up Veil of Summer to protect us. Opponent plays a white land. Alright, so let's go ahead. Shock. Channel. Emrakul. We'll take control of our opponent's next turn. So now we see what our opponent's up to. Okay. Yeah, fairly straightforward. Doesn't look like they can do anything now. We'll just tap them down past the turn. We get to discard a card here. Let's see. Honestly, I think we just go with... put a loyalty... No, I think we're just gonna go with the Angel here. Just gonna get rid of the Angel. So information, very good for us. Next turn, we can use Demonic Tutor. Find something fun. Just more hand disruption, really. If we draw another land, Tutor and Inquisition could be really strong. See, our Duress isn't really going to hit anything, so let's just move straight to combat. Hit our opponent for 13. And we'll pass the turn here. They're going to need a way to deal with Emrakul here. See if they found it. Again, it has to be one of those two cards. Most likely, they do not have it. Yeah, well, our opponent's thinking about what they're gonna try and do here. Sure. Giant Killer. Yep, doesn't have haste. And they didn't use the instant adventure on the Emrakul. Okay, well, let's just duress and look at our opponent's last card. Stay of Judgment. Okay. And we've got it. Alright, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed. So I know this was a little bit different this week, going into no ban list Historic and playing one of the events on Arena. But if you're interested in seeing me play more events on Arena, let me know, because this is something I'm totally interested in doing. I know each week we have Midweek Magic, and I strive to get Midweek Magic quests completed as quickly and efficiently as possible. So maybe if you'd like to see how I do that and get some pointers on how to secure your quick wins to get those rare wild cards, let me know in a comment down below, and I can start making that content for you guys as well. Now, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a like, and again, if you have any ideas for something else that you'd like to see me play, let me know down below so I can go ahead and do that for y'all. I will see you guys next time.